22-year-old woman escorted from a downtown Miami hotel accused of ripping off her ex to the tune of $850,000.
I had great intentions with her. I loved her with all my heart. I treated her to the best that I could.
Michael Anthony Bravo is a guy who hit it big in the crypto market. He also thought that finding Jebali last June was a win in the love department.
I always, spoiled her with great dinners, whatever she wanted. Whenever she wanted to go shopping, I provided for her. I helped pay her bills.
But this relationship would head south a couple of weeks ago. He fell asleep on his yacht and woke up to find she was gone, along with his American Express credit card and $850,000 in cryptocurrency.
As soon as she transferred the TrumpCoin from my wallet into her wallet, she left within 7 minutes.
I think this was a plan from day one, that she targeted my client, that she's much more sophisticated than he gave her credit for. And for someone 22 years old to have set all this up, this can't be her first rodeo either.
Private investigator David Bolton was hired to track her down and found her in a downtown Miami hotel on Valentine's Day, where Miami police confronted her. Investigators say she told them, "That loser is my ex-boyfriend. He lets me use his credit card." Police say she also booked an Airbnb with his card with a charge of more than $4,200. She was arrested for grand theft and credit card fraud. But the problems for Bravo didn't end there. After appearing in court, the Tunisian native was handed over to immigration officials. The problem is she has the key to a crypto wallet that holds Bravo's money.
And that's kind of put us in the bind that we are with immigration at this point. And certainly we don't want her to be deported until she goes before a judge and before our client is made whole.
So you guys just heard it, right? And guys, I've been telling you these type of stories for the last 4 years. Be careful who you let into your life, right? And a lot of people get offended, but here's the thing. The same people that get offended are the same people that really talk this, oh, she liked me for me. And then they end up getting God. You have to have discernment and wisdom. The Bible talks about how there's certain women that were the downfall of some great men, right? We know the story of Samson. His downfall was Delilah, right? King Solomon, downfall was the concubines and numerous wives that turned him away from God. Jezebel, Ahab, we know these stories, right? These are tales that are old since the beginning of time, but they still ring true today. And if you have, crypto, be very discerning who you let in. So this came out on the news just a couple days ago. South Korean woman. Now, this is a different story. South Korean woman jailed for stealing $500,000 in crypto from sleeping boyfriend. Notice how these women are always waiting until you're asleep. That's right. They cook you a good meal. You snoring. You feel me? And while you snoring away, these women are taking the hard-earned crypto and transferring it into their wallet. Now, this South Korean woman, similar situation, right? But it was compared to now this is a Tunisian woman, right? 22. This is South Korean. Now, this South Korean woman basically stole $500,000 while her boyfriend is asleep. Come to find out that she had a criminal record of fraud already, okay? Now, here's the thing. I'm telling you guys this, and this may sound insane, but some of you guys are going to be crypto thousandaires, right? You're going to make 100,000, 250,000, maybe even $500,000, right? That makes you a thousandaire. Some of you guys are going to be millionaires, right? This is why you have to have discernment and you have to have extreme caution with who you let into your life, right? Don't just let anybody willy-nilly into your life. Number one. Number two, even if you bring a woman into your life, they shouldn't really know about your crypto like that. And I'm not saying that you should lie, but I'm saying that, protect yourself and be studious, be vigilant, right? Now, there's nothing wrong with helping your girlfriend or wife buy crypto, stuff like that. I've done that as well. But you definitely have to be discerning on the type of woman that you're letting into your life. Because right now, we are in a situation where the bull run is going to accelerate And by the time it's the end of 2025, November, December, we're going to be looking at all-time highs. Now, it's going to get choppy for a little bit. We're going to probably see a flash crash, by Memorial Day, right? But in the meantime, you got to be very vigilant. Crypto millionaires are now hiring bodyguards, not billionaires. Billionaires already had bodyguards. Millionaires. Why is that? Because scamming is at an all-time high, hacking, but also people that are willing to kidnap crypto millionaires. And this is why I say this. A lot of people are going to become millionaires, and instead of, having a plan already in place where you sat down with a financial advisor or an accountant, the first person you're going to sit down with is the Lamborghini sales merchant at the dealership, or salesman at the dealership, or the Ferrari salesman at the deal. That's the first person you're going to sit with. You're not going to sit with your accountant or a financial advisor, or you're going to sit down with a lawyer. You're going to sit down with these people from the dealership that are Ferraris and Lambos. Big mistake, right? And the reason I'm making these stories is because this goes back to the topics that I addressed 4 years ago. And a lot of people, think that I be capping or reaching. And that lets me know a lot of people don't have an idea because they're not in that same spot yet. When you start to amass a certain amount of wealth, you watch. All of a sudden, everybody wants to be your friend. All of a sudden, the girl that would never give you the time of day, now she, writing her number in lipstick on a handkerchief. All these things, and people think I'm capping. But every day we hear stories now. It's not even every day, but at least once a month we hear stories now about somebody getting robbed because their girlfriend, their boo boo, their main squeeze, robbed them. And make no mistake, this guy was talking about, he was taking her shopping, he was taking her to fancy restaurants, he had to hold the credit card, and it still wasn't enough. Because you're not dealing with the woman that genuinely loves you, you're dealing with a Jezebel that is only there to extract your resources and energy from you. So as long as you keep the money flowing, that chick is going to be showing up to collect. And then she one day, while he was sleeping, she decided, you know what? I'm just going to go for the whole shebang. And this is the reality. And this is why you got to have discernment. You got to, you got to test the people that you're with, right? You got to test the people that they're with, that they're genuine and that they're not just there to use you. Anyway, guys, man, more videos to come. It's your boy Jones. God bless. And I'm out. Peace.